Era and 97.4 in Arua. My name is Lorraine, and this lovely afternoon we've been having a very, very important topic that we've been discussing, and that is unemployment, and unemployment in the youth, and unemployment in the COVID-19 pandemic era in Uganda. We've been having a very heated discussion off air. And Ivan, you were expressing how unsatisfied and how unpleased you are with Gift's claim of saying we should blame ourselves for the unemployment situation in Uganda. Please share with us.
Yeah, in any case, for me, I also accept that we should challenge ourselves every other day.
Yes.
And we see what way forward can we do to make sure that we improve our standard of living. But the point of Gift which was making, that we are the one to put 100% blame ourselves. It is not true.
Yes.
Because you are not living in heaven, that whatever you are going to think, it is going to be the way you want it to be. We must accept that we are living in countries, African continent, with developing economies. And with the developing economies, you know the challenges. And you know now we have had a very unlucky chance that we, the developing countries, have had political issues. That now everything is politicized, not only in Uganda, even in other countries. So in circumstances where you find that majority of few people are in politics and they play the game the way they want it. So you will not tell me that the systems of the government, if they are not in agreement with the common man, you are going to bring this up to when. So you want to tell me that now the 78%, because now I know out of over 78, around 2% is the one doing what Gift thinks. So you are telling me that now the majority we are fools. That's what you are trying to literally mean, that both the rest of the percentage we are fools, we don't challenge ourselves, and we don't have brains. But we are doing that. We are doing that, but at times we are squeezed on the wall and we have no otherwise.
Resources, you don't have resources,
yes.
You don't have...
The little resources, like I was challenging you, you have your 1 million, but you have no business you can start.
Yes.
Only to buy a phone. You put it there, when you get tired, you sell it. But if you tell me that you have your 1 million, you are going to begin a business. I'm not saying that it cannot begin any business, but you are going to have 1 million, you are going to have rent, you are going to have... which sense of business can you begin really? But now this mentality of Gift saying that you challenge yourself, okay, it is okay, you can challenge yourself and continue challenging yourself if you think you are in heaven. No problem.
Thank you.
Come with a comeback.
Thank you very much, Laurie. My friend Ivan here said having 1 million and you find you don't have any other business you can do other than buying a phone. Now, I like talking practical things. I don't like ideal things. I started my business of wine making in 2015. I was in senior 4. I started with a capital of 50,000 Uganda shillings. I repeat it, Uganda shillings.
Very realistic.
It is realistic. It is located in Rugaga Force, Kiangara Sub-County, Uganda South Constituency, Uganda District in Western Uganda.
You can speak that because we are not there.
If you want,
no problem. Because we are not there,
you can travel there. And there are very many people who know of this story. And a certain gentleman picked interest in it. He wanted to prove it, and he drove me from Kampala, a distance of over 400 plus kilometers, and we went there and I showed him, and he got that story related to him from my parents, biological. So having 1 million and there is no business you can start with it all comes back to financial illiteracy. Because in business, every business works on 2 principles. We have, in economics, we have terms we call assets and liabilities. In layman's language, not this complicated economics, an asset is something, is a business, is a project, or any other item which brings money into your pocket. A liability is something which takes money out of your pocket. When you have 1 million, you can buy sugar canes, chop them into small pieces, buy small polythene papers, these transparent Bovera, and start selling them on Kampala Road. You're going to earn a profit.
Let me first ask you, before you proceed. If you are telling us, because now we are the majority in the country,
yes,
and majority of us to raise 1 million, it is a tug of war. If someone who has raised 1 million is going to do that business, and we want also our economy to be now start competing on the globe, that we are the strong economy, when are we going to develop? So the country, you must now blame the country, that the government should provide the environment where someone with 500 can easily start up a sensible business. That's when the economy means buying and selling, and money should be in pockets of people. But majority are poor. By the time you get 1 million,
they're situated. They're brought in circles. You can get a group of.
do you know that? So that he was in a way.
Very good.
So don't start.
But okay, that is very good.
Yes.
While President Museveni was taking those pictures, he was laying a foundation because he fought a bush war wanting to transform the country. So you are not going necessarily to fight a bush war, but fight an economic war to end unemployment in your youth.
You tell them that.
Then take pictures of those memories when you maybe with a group of people teaching them how to make
Yes,
trees.
that one is.
Now that is
you say that.
but don't take pictures when you're on the beach because you're not a minister of tourism.
But beaches are also there for the people.
It is good.
Yes.
But leave them
So
for
you
those
want
who
to tell
have
me that the
made
beaches
money.
should be there, Minister of Tourism should be the one doing that.
Pictures is a source of income
Yes,
for
Very
someone.
good.
Yes.
Now that is
Because-
what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Take those pictures when it's
Yes.
an economic venture. Not that I've bought a new shirt, let me take a picture. No one, everyone is putting on a shirt. So
No,
the
you don't
second
fix
point,
your lifestyle of others.
You're taking
For you, if you don't
pictures.
want to take those pictures, people are working smart.
this is my second advice to the youth. I still go back to my point. It begins in your brain. Hope begins in your brain. Hopelessness begins in your brain. And it transforms into your life. When you see someone drinking alcohol to death point, it's not the body that is drinking the alcohol. No. The mind is already drunk, only that the body is in the process of going in line with the mind.
Yes.
So you take care the people you hang out with. When someone, even in the Bible, it's there, iron sharpens iron. So a friend is sharpened by their friend. When you're setting out to stop unemployment in your life, you're trying to build something that is going to earn money for you and earn money for your friends. Let not someone stand in your way. You will have those negative friends and they are the majority in the world.
Yes.
This one can't work. Everyone started that and it failed. But I am not everyone. My name is Ruchumu. If there is anyone called everyone, they failed. But I'm not going to fail. So make sure the circles you keep. Because as I started by saying, human beings are social beings. We run by imitation. When I see my friends drinking, if I don't have a great control within myself, I'm going to end up drinking. But if you find out that you know you're a weak character, you don't have that great control within you, limit the time you talk to those people who are negative minded. Then my last word is, at the end of the day, it is hunger that is going to squeeze your stomach, not your father's stomach. It is your landlord that is going to chase you out of the house. It is your children that are not going to go to school. So as you're fighting the battle against unemployment, myself and every youth out there listening to me, you're fighting the battle for yourself, not for your dad, not for your wife, not for your family, not for your clan,
And not for the government.
and not for the government. It is your battle, so you have to be in it with your whole heart and make sure you give it your all. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Ivan, Gift, and Emily, for your input on today's topic. And of course, our time is fast spent. I hope you, listener, have picked a thing or two on the topic that we have discussed. It's something that is rampant, highest in Uganda, and still going stronger. Not only that, COVID is also real in the country. And also don't forget to always maintain all the Ministry of Health's SOPs. Don't forget to wear your mask at all times. Don't forget to wash your hands. Don't forget to maintain a social distance. Very quickly, in just a few seconds, the few seconds that we have, would you like to send shout outs or greetings to the people that are listening to? Of course, Ivan. I know you have to greet your people.
I can't forget to greet my people of Mitoma. Please, people of Mitoma, people of West Nile, everywhere. I send you greetings, and whoever wants to reach out to me, my all social media handles are Tukundani Ivan. My number is 0705 98 17 56, 0782 81 41 67. People of Mitoma, I love you so much. Yes.
All right, Emily.
Shout out to my mom, my family, and my lovely sister, my classmates at Chambogo, surveyors, and my friends at large. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Lauren. I greet all the people of Uganda district, Ruganda district in Chigeze as well, everyone at Chambogo, the entire Uganda, East Africa and Africa, and everyone in the world. I salute you all. For those who want to reach me, I use email ruchumugibanyanga@gmail.com. My phone contacts are 0753 363 709, 0786 263 403. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, everyone, for your input in this topic today. We hope to meet you again another Saturday when we can discuss also other things pertaining, of course, the radio program that runs on UBC Radio Inspiring Uganda every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. Now, if you are in Kampala, you'll get this frequency at 98.0, and if you are in Lira, it is a 99.4 FM, and in Arua, it's 97.4 FM. My name is Laureen, and today in studio we do have exciting guests. Of course, one who is a common person, and he is back today as well. And the other two, we have two new guests in studio. Please introduce yourselves.
All right, thank you, moderator. As usual, I'm Fundani Ivan from Chambogo University, and we're here to deliberate on issues of national importance as the discussion continues. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lauren. My name is Notishka Emily. I'm a student of Chambogo University, and I'm very much humbled to be here.
Thank you very much, Lauren. I'm called Ruchumu Gift Banyanga. I'm a student at Chambogo University, and I'm very honored to be with you here in the studios of UBC Radio. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm also excited and also pumped up. And today we are discussing a very crucial topic. I should say that this particular topic is the commonest situation right now in our country, and it is unemployment. Now, unemployment in the COVID-19 pandemic has been the commonest thing or the commonest issue pertaining young people in Uganda. Now, COVID-19 has been with us for, I would say, a year now, right? Coming to a year, or it is a year. We'll just call it a year. And of course, with COVID-19 came the lockdown. Now, with the lockdown, so many things closed, from schools to businesses to offices. And so, it's like life came to a standstill. And with this closure, a lockdown of over 4 months, so many people lost their jobs, closed their businesses, ran bankrupt, lost a lot of money. There was no activity, there was no exchange of money. And after the lockdown, I mean, we all know the story. There were a few people were called back to work. The rest were left were not called back to work. Many people's businesses collapsed. And basically, many people in Uganda, more so the youth in Uganda, were left without jobs. I want to ask a question. Do you know anyone, or have you heard of anyone, who is unemployed currently?
Thank you very much. That is an obvious question on unemployment. Even before COVID was there rampant. So when COVID came, even in our families, because I believe every family now living around this nuclear stuff, in extent, you have a cousin, you have a relative, there are very many people out there. Personally, I have sisters, brothers, biological, who are there unemployed, and of course, you know the consequences that come along with unemployment. Many people having been unemployed, of course, you will now, even before COVID, you have seen them more so the female sex. They have been going on streets, selling their bodies, but now, if they were selling for 5K, now it is 2K. So that's when you know that the level of disparity has increased, There is nothing painful like when you don't have what to feed your stomach. You see, God set up something tricky that whether you are poor or rich, you must eat. So, returning back to your question, people are there very many. Friends and my sisters, my relatives, they are there unemployed. Reason being, COVID may be the issue, but still, as the government has not done enough. Much as we appreciate it for the efforts it has put in place to make sure that we recover from COVID, but still, I feel we still need something more to be done. Otherwise, if we find that because Uganda is it being the youngest country, is an average age of 15, we are the greater percentage the youth. So if we find majority of the country's citizens are the ones with a lot of desperation, don't expect that country to have the economy stable. So it must do something by all standards if it want to compete with other nations. Otherwise, we are having challenges. We are having serious challenges.
All right.
Thank you.
Emily, what is the situation in your household? Do you know anyone who is unemployed? And if you do know someone, what do you think is going through their mind? I bet you've had an interaction with them at one point, about point A.
Oh yeah, there are very many people who are unemployed. Let's not go very far. First with the graduates that recently did their final exams and now they are out in the world. And now let's leave that alone and we talk about some of the sectors that have been closed since the lockdown. For example, people who are earning from bars, events, and now with the COVID situation that happened, events some were triggered, some of the operations were triggered, whereby now where you would operate with around 500, 1,000, this time you would operate with like 300 people. That means income would slow down. So some of the sectors that are still closed, so I think we regard them as unemployed. And when you really talk to those people, you really see that it is now mental health that is really getting cracked. People are frustrated, they are looking for ways of survival, and we really need to work on that.
All right, thank you so much, Emily. Gift, the situation in your household, how does it look like? Okay, your household, your surrounding, what does it look like?
Thank you very much, Lori. The situation, I would say, is positive and negative, depending on how you look at it. When you ask me about my household, there is the immediate household, the people I stay with in my house.
Yeah.
Then my neighbors are also my household.
Yes.
Then my district is also my household.
Absolutely.
My region is my household, and the country is also my household. Because if in my house there is peace, but there is war out in the rest of the country, then my household is not at peace. And the COVID-19 pandemic came with its positives and negatives. We can't be so pessimistic to just say it was all bad. At least it had good lessons for us. The situation in my household, let's look at Uganda. I wouldn't say it's very bad, and I wouldn't say it's very good. It depends on the picture that you have, that you paint in your brain. Why would I speak in such a way? The truth is, unemployment has been there before COVID-19. Unemployment has been there way before, 20 years before COVID-19, and it has always been a global crisis. But if my household, let me use my country now, Uganda, if my household, Uganda, is to thrive in all situations, it will depend on the mindset that every Ugandan has, every youth in this situation, because Uganda is one of the youngest nations in the world. 78% of the Ugandan population of about 44.5 million are youth. What does that mean? Being youth is a resource, and being a youth is a bomb, depending on how you use it. With the correct mindset, we can make the best out of this COVID-19 pandemic. It is a bad situation. Lives have been lost, businesses have been lost, great economies have been disrupted. But we must move forward and learn how to thrive in this situation.
I like your the way you're looking at
So much. Shakespeare wrote that a man is the architect of his destiny. So if the moment everything begins to crumble in your life, when you want someone to determine where you want to go, because he does not know where you want to go. It is you who knows where you want to go, when you want to go, and for what reason you want to go. So at the end of the day, it is you who is supposed to ask yourself. Unemployment crisis is in the whole world. It's not in Uganda alone, though Uganda is now among the countries that have the highest unemployment rate. But I don't believe so much in statistics. I'm not saying I'm discrediting the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, but I am not someone who loves statistics so much, because unemployment is a state of the mind. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics only looks at how many people are employed in Mukwana, how many people are employed by government, but there are people who are unemployed in their heads.
Who are unemployed in their heads.
Yes, and that is the worst stage of unemployment, because no one can detect it.
Yes.
That means it is like having a disease and it can't be detected in the hospital. It is going to kill you.
Yes, absolutely.
So that state of unemployment, which is mental, is going to be solved by changing the mental makeup of the people.
I want to pose a question. Let's make it general, but I'll use you as a point of conduct. So, why do you blame yourself for being unemployed?
I blame myself for being unemployed because of one reason. There is no one who understands me more than I do. There is no one who understands what I enjoy doing more than I do. So that means if I don't have a job, I have not found that passion that I'm supposed to put into practice and make into a job. I am in university and I pray to God that I graduate. But I love so much the story of the late Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, and Bill Gates. They did not graduate from
and many youth were unemployed. Many people are laid off. But there are other people who made money, much more money out of the lockdown. For example, there are some YouTubers I was watching, and for them they changed. Like they were saying, when the lockdown is done, they will not report back to their places of work. Why? Because their hustles, the side hustles, are making them much more money than their work.
Kampala. The program you are listening to is Young and Smart. Lorraine is my name. I'm in studio with Ivan, Gift, and Emily, and we're definitely having a very interesting discussion. But you know what? We have to break off for a little while, get into a small commercial music break, and we will return with the show. Do not touch your dial. That was good. I like the energy. I like the